Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I want to remind everybody my sponsor Link2, they've just launched a streamlined onboarding process that takes just a few minutes, giving all investors instant access to invest on the platform. Visit link2.com or download the app now, and that's for U.S. citizens, folks. Go check it out. They've got Ripple equity up there. I thought this was interesting. This guy posted an XRP rich list update. Top 10%, if you hold 3,000 XRP, you're an elite. 3,000, that's it. Top 50 addresses control about 51% of circulating supply. Top 10 addresses own 20.24% of all XRP in circulation. That's just the in circulation. Now, many people have more than one wallet, so that kind of busts this thing up. But it's still interesting to get a guide and look at it every once in a while. Okay, this is interesting. I'm not an Anthony Scaramucci fan. Raoul Pal, I think he's just a guy that talks his book. I think both of these guys are in the VC, what I would call the VC pump gang. But that doesn't mean that some of the things they say don't make sense. This makes sense.
The banks are worth. Do you think? If this thing is going to replace a lot of banking transactions, shouldn't it be worth at least $1 trillion?
I think all of these big blockchains will be worth multiple trillions of dollars, because these are not single applications. They're entire networks of which you can build entire other businesses upon. These are immensely valuable things, but the applications haven't yet been built on it. So yeah, I think you're dead right. This cycle is not where these things are going. I think this space goes from 2 trillion today to 100 trillion by 2032, 2034.
Okay, so the message from Raoul Pal and also Anthony Scaramucci, but you're the big kahuna, I'm just a tiny piker, is relax. Don't get yourself too crazy with the volatility. All right, let's go to viewer.
Yeah, hold on, I just want to raise one point about this.
Yeah, please.
I want to go back to what I just said. $2 trillion to $100 trillion in, let's say, 10 years. That will be the largest, fastest accumulation of wealth in all of human history.
Yeah.
That will be double the 100-year accumulation of wealth of the S&P 500.
Yeah.
So for those people in the game...
Well, not to interrupt, but it would make sense because you're taking third parties out of transactions. You just have to think about, from a human innovation point of view, every time we've interacted with each other because we don't trust each other, we have a verifiable third party to help us. If you remove that, think of the cost savings to human society, human economy. So of course it would create that level of wealth in a system that does that.
So therefore, as an investor, that's the thing to keep in mind. How do I stay in this trade for as long as possible and compound what is the largest? If I go back to anybody and say, would you have bought the NASDAQ in 1990? Everyone would, hell yes. Well, here you've got it, 1990, not 99, 1990. You go, hell yes. Well, that's where we are now, somewhere in the mid-90s of the NASDAQ.
Yeah, even though the NASDAQ in 2000 corrected by 50%, if you bought it in 1990, you're sitting here in 2024, you're a very happy camper.
Very, very happy camper. So, just think about the amount of wealth that generated from the technology boom. This is going to dwarf that.
I believe so too. That's why I've been here. Check this out. Tyler Winklevoss is over the target. Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown is one of the biggest enemies in Washington. He's an Elizabeth Warren crony whose ex-senior staffers now work for Gary Gensler at the SEC. The rot runs deep. It's time to drain the swamp by electing this guy. His name is Bernie Moreno. Onward. Jeremy Allaire tapped to pay using USDC on iPhones, incoming soon. Wallet devs, start your engines. Now this right here is just perfect, isn't it? They force us all to have social security numbers, but then they don't protect the database. Breaking hackers have reportedly stolen social security numbers of every American from national public data according to the LA Times, records for nearly 2.9 billion people were reportedly stolen. Most of the data was posted in an online marketplace. Well, and therein lies the problem. What are the repercussions for the people in charge of that? What are the repercussions? Our government has no repercussions. That's the reason we're in the mess we're in, is that none of these politicians or these bureaucrats like Gary Gensler, none of them face consequences. Until they face consequences, we will continue to deal with this kind of stuff. And I think that's why Donald Trump scares them. It's because he represents consequences that they've never seen before. That's why they're going so nuts about him. All right, here's Mark Yusko. Oh, come on, Mark. You got to play for me here. Let's do a refresh.
Tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so on. Pretty soon it's the whole world. So ultimately, how we value the Bitcoin network or the Ethereum network or the XRP network is the number of users, the number of wallets, the number of transactions, the size of the transactions, and all that is determinable. The price is what two people agreed to sell a small amount of that good or service at a point in time. Price is not value. And when price is below fair value, you should accumulate. When price is above fair value, you should hold or reduce and rebalance when the price goes down.
So here's my question then.
Okay, now they had their little crypto for Harris town hall, and here you go. Mark Cuban, who is pretending to be a big crypto guy, is not a big crypto guy. Here he is calling out the Bitcoin maxis.
Thanks, Amanda. I'll be quick. When Donald Trump spoke in Nashville at the conference and said that he was going to support crypto, he did us one of the biggest favors, because supporting crypto is not about increasing the bags of elite Bitcoin maxis. Crypto is not about the elite. It's about egalitarianism. It's about the opportunity, as Fester was saying, for the unbanked and others to participate and to have the opportunity to create wealth. That's such a huge opportunity for us, because the rest of us need crypto and the Republicans couldn't care less. They just want to see the Bitcoin maxis get richer. So with that thought in...
Okay, so that's a tell right there, by the way. The fact that he's being all political about it instead of just being pro-crypto, that's a tell right now. Now, you want a real tell? Here's a real tell. Because this guy right here is one of the, I've been watching politics a long time. Chuck Schumer is he's one of the most professional liars that there is in Congress. This guy is a piece of crap. I don't know any other way to say it. Well, now all of a sudden he's also good, but well, let's remind you of who he is. Here is he and Senator Warren, big buddies, in their cringe commercial for getting rid of student debt.
Because you and I helped push for it, this week the president announced over 30 million people will have their student debt so reduced.
That's a lot of people. That is 4 Massachusettses.
And 4 New York Cities, even better.
Oh, the corny humor's great. And here he is. Folks, you got to listen to with these people. They lie so professionally. You have to dissect every single word and phrase in order to even come close to finding out what they're really up to. That's how big of scumbags these guys are.
On Democrats and Americans as a whole who are worried about the advent of Donald Trump. So excited. And why are we here today? Because we all support Vice President Kamala Harris to be our next president, and we all believe in the future of crypto.
Well, if that's the case, see, this goes for, they're trying to rewrite history, folks. 4 years, all of these people have been on board. Senator Warren running Operation Choke Point 2.0. He hasn't made a peep. This guy hasn't lifted a finger to help. And now all of a sudden, what you got to remember, they didn't lift a finger. They didn't even act like they cared until Trump came out pro-crypto. That was when they decided they were going to care.
Mark outlined. I believe in my bones that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz will win this election. They'll lead Democrats to the majority. We'll keep the majority in the Senate. We'll get the majority.
I don't want to listen to all his pap. But you can see what the thing is here. folks. All of these people, and I think Charles Gasparino said it in a tweet at one time, all these people are buddies with Senator Warren. They're not going to abandon what she's been working on for 4 years. That's not happening. They may try to make it look like they're pushing some pro-crypto legislation, and what they'll do, the way these people operate, is they'll slip something in the bill that basically nullifies what they've been selling as some crypto bill. These are some sneaky, lying bastards. That's the only way to say it, folks. They don't have an honest bone in their body. Everything they do is designed to fool you. Not in a million years do I trust any of these people that are buddies with Senator Warren. You just need to focus on electing John Deaton. Screw these people. I'm sick of these people. All right, you want to see, but they're so much more evil than what I just described, folks. But I can't talk about that out here. We got to go in DAIXRP.com to talk about that. They are so much more evil and devious than what I just described. So much. It's scary how devious the people that are running this country right now are. It's so scary and so sickening for the future of our kids. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm going to show you a video that just shows you how sickening these people. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Let's go see. Let's go show you how sick this group running this show is. All right.